Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because we are going to be diving into the world of K-beauty. This is my first time trying out Korean beauty. I've always been curious about it, but I've never really known where to start. But about a month ago, I had a company called YesStyle reach out to me and ask me if I would like them to send me some of their Korean beauty makeup products. Initially, I was a little bit skeptical because I just don't know very much about Korean beauty, but as soon as I went on their website and saw that they offered the Missha BB cream, which I've been interested in for a really long time, I thought, you know what? This could be a really fun video to do. So that is what we are doing today. I'm putting on a full face worth of Korean beauty makeup. This video is not sponsored. I am not being paid for this, but these products were sent to me for free, so I wanted to let you guys know that. But I'm really excited to give some of these things a try and let you guys know how it goes. So I hope that you guys are excited about this video as well. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you will stick around, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified every time I upload a new video. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and try out some of this K-beauty makeup. So a couple of little facts I wanted to get out of the way. When you go onto YesStyle's website, they have up at the top you can select your currency. So I put in US. They have free shipping to the US with a $35 purchase. I'm not sure what their shipping rates are like for other countries, but you can probably just go and select your country and they'll let you know what their shipping rates are. Also, when it comes to their makeup, and I believe their skincare as well, their rates fluctuate a little bit depending on what day you go there. As I'm going through the products, I will let you guys know what the US dollar rate is for everything, but just keep in mind that might change depending on the day that you're looking at it. So we're going to kick it off with the Missha BB cream. If you watch Jessica Braun's channel, you probably know that this is one of her holy grail products. I wasn't sure which color to get, so I ended up getting two, and I'm hoping that between the two of them we can make a color that will work for me. I got number 21 light beige and number 27 honey beige. One thing to keep in mind, which if you guys know or have heard people talk about this BB cream, is the shade range. There is not much of a shade range at all. I mean, I think there literally is maybe 3 or 4 shades available. So if you do have a more tan to deep complexion, this is definitely not something that's going to work for you. I am very sorry to say, but we're going to give it a try today. So there's number 27. That looks pretty close, actually. Let's go ahead and pump out a little bit of number 21 just to see how they compare. And this one is shade number 21. That's pretty light. It's kind of grayish looking too. Interesting. Yeah, let's just go ahead and mix them together, kind of 50-50. Just see how it goes. I'm going to take a brush. This is the Luxie Round Top blender, I believe. Yeah. And we're just going to kind of tap that into my skin. It feels really, really hydrating. It does have SPF 42 in it, which I am okay with, but that might account for some of that scent. It does kind of have that more of a perfumed sunscreen scent. So far though, oh my goodness, that is looking beautiful. Wow. It looks very hydrating. I don't know that I would call this dewy. It's not quite dewy in the way that my Flower Beauty is, but it's very hydrating looking. So I just had a look at their website, and currently the Missha BB cream is priced at $10.76. It has 50 milliliters of product inside of it, which is almost 2 full ounces. The L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear, which has 1 ounce of product, is 30 milliliters. So that just gives you an idea. And that's actually a really great price. Now I want to move into concealer. So for concealer, I picked up from the brand The Same. This is their Cover Perfection Tip Concealer. When I checked today, this was priced at $3.96, but this is a tiny little thing of concealer. I couldn't find listed anywhere how much product is inside of here, but just to give you a frame of reference, here is my CoverGirl concealer, and this is this tiny little thing of concealer. It is under $4, so I don't know that I was expecting it to have a ton of product in it. So I got the shades 1.5 and the shade 2. Let me swatch these for you guys really quickly. So here is the shade number 2 right there. And then this is the shade 1.5, which just looks a hair lighter. So that actually is pretty good for the under eye area, and this will probably be good for a couple of blemishes that I have on my face. So let's start off with the under eye area. So I guess if this is something that I end up loving and would recommend, I'd probably buy 6 or 7 of these at a time, unless this just has an insane amount of coverage. And I am going to use this as my eye primer today, so we're going to just kind of dot a little bit of this lighter color also on my eyelids. And this one I'm going to blend in with my Ulta Beauty sponge. My complexion's looking amazing. I won't lie, the Missha BB cream had a really good amount of coverage, so I don't feel like I needed very much from my concealer. It was very difficult for me to find bronzers and contours on there. They did have them, but I really had to kind of dig around to find them. And one of the few that I found was this one right here. This is from Missha as well, and this is their Cotton Contour. They did have a couple different shades of this. I ended up going with this one, which is in the shade Smoked Hazel. I'm just taking a little bit on my e.l.f. complexion brush, and I'm just gonna put that kind of right in this hollow of my cheek. Okay, so that's not bad actually. And this contour package, which is super tiny, this looks to be like the size of a large eyeshadow, so it is a little bit more on the small side. And when I checked today, the price of this was $6.21. So just to give you an idea of kind of what to expect, I have to say, you guys, that's kind of nice. It is quite sheer, but you can tell it's kind of doing something. It's adding just a little bit of a shadow right there, but it doesn't look too ashy or gray to me, which is kind of what I was worried about. I'm just going to take a little bit of that right under here. I feel like that added just the right amount. Okay, we are 3 for 3. We are doing good so far. So let's now move into blush. So besides the Missha BB cream, this was probably the thing I was the most excited to try out with some of their blushes. They have some really beautiful looking blush colors and blush formulas on their website. So I ended up picking up 3. This first one is from Sugarball. This is their Cushion Cheek color. This one is in the color number 3, Daisy Coral. Oh, interesting. It looks like a cream blush, and it comes with just the little kind of cushion. So that is option number 1. For option number 2, I had heard about these from Arna Elaine. Not sure how many of you guys follow her. I absolutely love her, but she really loves these blushes from Etude House. These are the Lovely Cookie blushers. These are just the cutest little things. They come in this little kind of round package, and they have this little powder puff, which I think is so adorable. And I got 2 different shades. The first one is Ginger Honey Cookie. Why don't I go ahead and swatch this one? Ooh, that feels really nice and kind of buttery. So here is Ginger Honey Cookie, which I know is a very subtle. And I also picked up the color Strawberry Shoe. These were 2 colors that she had recommended. And here's this one. It's kind of just a bright, kind of bubblegum pink. And that's actually a pretty unique color to my collection. So let's swatch that one. That's definitely much more of kind of a blue tone right there. Why don't we go ahead and swatch the Cushion blush as well. It feels very, very creamy, almost glossy. It feels almost like a lip gloss. It's interesting. That is a pretty color as well. Ooh. Decisions. We're gonna pick one. I'm not quite sure which one I want to go with today. I'm thinking because my skin is just looking really luminous and healthy, I kind of want to go with the Cushion. Why don't we try out the Cushion blush today? So I think I'm just gonna try it out with the little applicator that it comes with. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on the little pad here and just tap it on. Okay, that's pretty pigmented. Maybe I didn't need that much. Oh, mama. Let's see if we can move some of that color over to this side. Little goes a long way, guys. But I'm just going to take a stippling brush, and we can go ahead and hopefully just kind of blend that out a little bit. So I'm just taking my Luxie Duo Fiber powder brush, and we're just going to kind of stipple that over the top. Hopefully kind of blend that in and pull some of that product off, because I put way too much on this side especially. It's pretty. It's definitely very pretty. I love the color, and it does look really luminous and glowy and youthful. Like it gives you kind of that pink, glowy, youthful looking cheek, which I think is so pretty. And that definitely helped a lot. I feel like that looks a little bit better. I'm relieved. So far, so good. I don't know what the lasting power will be like on this. That's something I'll definitely have to keep you guys updated on. But I think it's really beautiful. And I'm so excited to try these out. Are these not the cutest things you have ever seen? So pricing on these. So the Cushion blush, when I looked today, was $5.96. And again, this is the color number 3, Daisy Coral. For the Etude House blushes, the Lovely Cookie blushes, these were $5.56 a piece. I feel like this side is still just a little bit more pigmented than this side. I'm just gonna take my little damp beauty blender and just kind of tap over the edges where I just got a little bit too much. My skin looks so juicy right now, and my skin does not look juicy often. Let's go ahead and move into eyebrows. So they did have some options for eyebrow pencils on there. I picked up this one. This is from Etude House as well, and the name of this one is Drawing Eyebrows. I thought that was such a funny name. I ended up going with the shade number 03 light brown, and when I looked at the price of this today, it was $7.11. So I just want to show you guys kind of how this swatches. It's nice and stiff. Reminds me a little bit of the ColourPop one. We'll see how it applies in the brows, but that's a good color for me. I think it's not too yellow, it's not too red, and it's also not looking too dark. That actually went on really easy. It went on a little bit easier than the ColourPop one. So I would love to know how many of you guys have tried out K-Beauty before and what kind of, I know there are a couple K-Beauty brands at Sephora, and I actually discovered from looking at YesStyle's website that Laneige is a K-Beauty brand. I did not know that, but they actually have Laneige products on their website as well. We're 5 for 5 now. So far, everything is looking great. I am super excited about this because I was really nervous. So I want to move into eyeshadow now. Now, eyeshadows was an interesting category on their website. They didn't have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and the palettes they had seemed very, very small and I think a little expensive for how small they were. They did have a lot of options for single shadows. In fact, one single shadow that I got was also from Etude House. This is the Look at My Eyes single shadow in the color Lady Earl Grey. This is just a really soft, mostly matte kind of grayish brown. I'm actually not going to wear this one today. I'm going to use a palette that I got instead, but it looks really nice, soft and pretty. If you are into single eyeshadows, they have so many different brands and colors and finishes of single eyeshadows. If you are into single eyeshadow treasure hunting, I think that can be a really great place to go. So when I looked today, this specific brand of single shadow was $3.56, but I did end up picking up this tiny little palette, and the reason I went with this one is because it is Anne of Green Gables theme. Fun little fact about me, guys, I am a huge Anne of Green Gables fan. I love the show Anne of Green Gables. Every year when fall rolls around, I have to watch the Anne of Green Gables series. My boys absolutely hate when that show is on. They make barfing noises and pretend like they're going to die, but I love Anne of Green Gables. It's like a childhood thing, so I thought this was the cutest little eyeshadow palette. So this is from the brand Romand. It's their Better Than Eyes Anne of Green Gables eyeshadow quad in the color Dry Apple Blossom. This, when I looked today, was $10.76. So it comes with 3 mattes and then this one very shimmery kind of creamy white shade. We're gonna go ahead and just swatch these though. They feel really nice and buttery. Ooh, those are pretty. And there's the dark brown, and then let's swatch this white, which, ooh, that's interesting. So this is very glittery. It's much more of like looks like a glitter topper kind of shade. It's pretty though. So we will definitely be using these mattes today. I may use this shimmer, but I also picked up a liquid eyeshadow. This one was called the Sugar Twinkle Liquid Shadow. This one's in the color number 5 Beige Harmony. When I looked today, these were priced at $6.76 a piece, but I wanted to go ahead and just swatch it for you guys. Just a very pinky beige. It's kind of chunky. I'm not sure what I think about that. It feels very, very chunky to me. It's pretty. I'm not sure if that's going to dry down or not. So I'm going to let that dry down for a minute. We'll go ahead and go in with the matte shades inside the little Anne of Green Gables palette. So I'm going to take my Morphe M504 brush. We're going to start off with this color right here. So I would love to know how many of you guys have watched the Megan Follows Anne of Green Gables series. It is very cheesy, but in the most like old-fashioned kind of Leave It to Beaver sort of way. I love that show so much. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this kind of coppery shade right here. We're just going to put a little bit of that right into the socket. These mattes are really beautiful. They're super pigmented, but they're very easy to blend and they're not too powdery. Okay, now I want to dip into the dark brown, and we're just going to add a tiny bit of depth right to this corner right here. I'm not even going up very high. I'm just kind of keeping it right at the lash line. Alright guys, so that's kind of where we are right now. I want to go back to my swatch and kind of have a look and see if it dried. Let's go ahead and try the liquid eyeshadow just on the center part of the lid, and then we might top the inner part of the lid with the white shimmer in the palette. So I'm just going to take a little bit on a clean area of the back of my hand, which is hard to find right now, and we're going to just tap a little bit of that onto my ring finger. I just want to tap that right over like the center of the lid. I feel like a slightly wetter and chunkier version of the Stila ones. This is where you get into trouble with glitter eyeshadow. If you have to go in with a second layer, I always find things start to get uneven whenever I have to go back in. So I almost feel like you're better off just getting it all on there the first time and then just kind of leaving it alone. Okay, and now I'm feeling like this side does not have nearly the amount of glitter that this side has. So far, not a big fan of these. I don't think I would recommend these. At $6.76 a piece, they are super affordable, but I just think there are better options out there. And now I'm going to go in with the white shade in here, and I think I'm just going to use my pinky finger, and we're just going to tap that on the inner corner. Alright, so there it is with the glitter on the inner corner. That is actually really pretty. I definitely like this glitter a lot more than I like the liquid glitter, and it was much easier to work with. I think this is a really beautiful little quad. I will say this, I think $10 for the size of this is a little pricey, but I do think the formula is really nice so far, and if you are into Anne of Green Gables, who out there is doing an Anne of Green Gables collection? No one. So finishing off with the rest of the eyes, we're going to go in with a little bit of liner. I picked out this. This is from the brand Tony Moly. This is just a gel eyeliner. Kind of an interesting packaging situation. We've got just like a little brush that comes in the cap. I don't use gel liner super often. You guys might be familiar with that. I am very much a brown pencil kind of girl, but I do love an occasional gel black liner, and most of mine that I've had open for a while have pretty much all dried out. So hopefully this one is nice and creamy and lasts really well. We're going to try out the brush that came with it. Normally I like to go in with more of like an angled brush. This one's kind of like a rounded top flat brush, but we're going to give it a try. And when I checked the price on this today, it was priced at $6.36. I'm not going to lie and pretend that I am perfect at doing gel liner, especially with a new brush, but let's hope for the best. It's very creamy. So we've got a little thick here on the inner portion of the eye. I usually like to keep the inner part of the eye very nice and thin. Alright, I think that is as good as liner is going to get. I know the lines are not perfect. I'm not a huge fan of the brush. We'll see how the formula wears. Again, this is going to be something that some time is going to tell me whether or not I like this gel liner. It's really all about how long wearing it is, if it transfers, if it fades, if it smudges, and I will keep you guys posted on how it wears. So we're going to move into mascara. Now, mascara was very interesting to research on YesStyle. They have some very interesting looking mascaras. It's kind of hard to tell which ones you think you're gonna like. They had a lot of mascara ones that looked itty bitty and super tiny, so it was a bit of a gamble. I just decided to pick one and kind of go with it. I ended up going with this one from Tony Moly. This is their Delight Circle Lens Mascara. This is the green curling and long lash formula. When I checked today, this one specifically was out of stock, but the price that they had it listed was $4.41. So that is a very inexpensive mascara. So let me just show you guys the brush. It looks to be kind of a slightly thinner, not super bushy, but one of those kind of more natural hair brushes. And again, with mascara, it's not just about application, but it's also about longevity. So this is something I'll have to also keep you guys updated on. But let's go ahead and give it a try. Not too shabby. Alright, you guys, so there are the finished eyes. I have to say, this mascara, I think I got a fiber in my eye on this side from the fibrous mascara. I feel like it did a pretty good job of volumizing. It definitely is more of a lengthening mascara for sure, and it's more of a clumpy lengthening mascara. So if that is kind of your thing, if you like that look, this might be one to look into. I'll have to keep you posted on how this wears, if it smudges, if it flakes, because that's kind of the other half of the equation in what makes a good mascara. So the last thing that I have is a lip product. This is from the brand Mamond. This is their Creamy Tint Color Balm Intense lip balm in the color 01 Bouquet Nude. This one I looked today was priced at $8.01. So here's the swatch of it. It's a really nice kind of peachy pink nude. It does feel very matte. I'm surprised by that because this one, the title leads you to think it's going to be balmy and creamy, but it's actually quite kind of stiff and matte feeling. But we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. The color I think is really pretty. I think if I would have prepped my lips a little bit better, I could definitely make this work. And I actually think the look of the matte lip looks really pretty with this complexion and this eye look. So if you're into a matte lip, this might be something that you would really enjoy. I'm not sure I'll probably get a ton of use out of it because it does just feel a little bit too drying on my lips, but I do really like the color. Alright you guys, and here is the completed look. Have to say, I'm a big fan of a lot of this stuff, especially my complexion. I feel like that is definitely like the winner today. I love how all of the complexion products are looking on my skin. The Missha BB cream so far, absolutely love it. It feels really nice on my skin. I've had it on for about 3 hours now. The blush color is looking lovely. It actually, once I kind of like blended it in and it kind of melted into my skin, I just feel like it's such a pretty, healthy looking color and finish for a blush. I can't wait to try out the cookie blushes. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing those, maybe in an upcoming Get Ready With Me. The concealer. This is a great little concealer. It's tiny. When I opened the package, I kind of laughed at how tiny this concealer was. But for this being under $4, if you have medium to fair skin and if you are looking for a concealer that's very travel friendly, something that's not going to take up a lot of space, this is actually a really great option. I feel like my brows look great. I loved the brow pencil so far. Hopefully that one doesn't break me out like the ColourPop one. Huge fan of the eyeshadow palette. I mean, $10 is not extremely expensive for what you're getting. I feel like these are modest size eyeshadows. I don't think these colors are massively creative or things that you wouldn't have in your collection. The formula is really nice, but I don't think it's anything that you probably haven't already tried. But if you are a fan of Anne of Green Gables, I think this is a very adorable eyeshadow palette. Forgot to talk about the contour shade. This thing surprised me. I'm surprised at how well this shade seemed to work for me. I thought it would look a little ashy or maybe not even show up at all, but I feel like it was kind of just right for my skin tone. It might even be better for someone that has more fair skin even than me. Not a fan of the liquid eyeshadow. This is not the best liquid eyeshadow formula I have tried. I didn't like it very much. It was very chunky. It was difficult to apply. I think the shimmer inside of here is far superior to this one. The mascara is surprisingly pretty good. It was tricky to work with. I felt like I was getting little fibers in my eyes. It was a little bit clumpy, but if you like a clumpy lash and you are really looking for length and you don't mind getting some clumpiness to get you there, this might be one worth looking into, especially if you're already ordering from their website. It's just over $4. I will let you guys know if it wears well, if it ends up flaking, if it's difficult to remove, all those details that also go into making a mascara good. But so far, it actually looks pretty good on my lashes. As for the gel, the formula itself I think went on really nice. I'll let you know how it wears. I would definitely prefer to apply this with one of my typical gel liner brushes and not the one that comes with it, but I do think it's a cute little package. And then of course I explained my thoughts about the lip product. I do think it looks really nice though. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I so enjoyed trying these things out. I'm surprised at how many wins we found so far. I will be sure to let you guys know in the description box down below how everything ended up working out for me as a little bit of time has passed. This was a really fun kind of adventure for me. So far I'm totally sold on the Missha BB cream and I'm actually super curious about not just this product but their other foundations and BB creams and cushion foundations. They just have so many cool options on there that I'm very curious to go and maybe try out myself. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have tried out K-Beauty before. If you have any recommendations, please let us know in the comments down below. I will be sure to link everything down below if you guys are interested in trying any of these products out from YesStyle. I want to thank YesStyle again for sending me these things. I really enjoyed the majority of them and I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope you have a great day. I hope that you will subscribe before you leave, and that is it. I will see all of you in my next video. Bye.
Hi, Mommy.
It's Charlie! Wow, you got some serious chocolate on your face. What did you eat?
Pudding.
You had some pudding?
Yeah.
You want to come say hi?
Yes.
You smell it. Is that a pickle? What a combination, Charlie. You're eating pudding and pickles. You had chocolate on your face, huh? Was it tasty?
Yeah.
How's your pickle?
It's good.
It's good.